Hey, everybody, this is Mark Mitchell, head pollster of The Honest Poll, thehonestpoll.com. Make sure you go check out Grassroots Truthcast at grassrootstruthcast.com with Gene Valentino and subscribe while you're there. It's a great.
Relationships matter because people buy people, and that's why I buy Eddie Zarin Insurance of the Zarin Insurance Agency in Pensacola, Florida. A family-owned business with over 50 years in the business, and they treat people the right way. From homeowners insurance to contractors insurance, condo insurance, commercial insurance, all the different coverages that are out there, and of course auto insurance, they've got you covered. They worry about you first. You're more than a policy number. You're a person who they're watching out for, not when the sun is shining, but after the hurricane has left. If you want real service with real savings, contact Eddie Zarin at the Eddie Zarin Insurance Agency. www.zarininsurance.com. Give them a call today. You'll be glad you did when you do.
I'm so glad to be back here with my friend Gene Valentino. Gene, we've been friends for so long now. I mean, like 20-something years now. I mean,
it goes back.
Yeah, so it's nice to talk to old friends. You know, you were talking to me during the break and discussing things we were going to talk about and everything. And you mentioned, hey, glad to have you back home. You know, I enjoy traveling. I'm sure you do too. But you know what, Gene? It's kind of like the Wizard of Oz. There's no place like home.
There's no place like home, and there's nothing more picturesque than the beauty of America. Don't listen to me. Listen to 3/4 of the guests that were here during the FIFA soccer tournaments around the nation in all the secondary locations. Right. Not the blue state sanctuary city areas, but look at all of the rural and isolated areas in this nation that are so beautiful. Word from the reporters getting on the national news talking about how these guests coming to visit us for the soccer events thought so highly of, I didn't know about this part of America. I didn't know this existed. No, you're right. The world is beautiful. There's many things to see worldwide. But right here in our backyard, we've got treasures and things that we should honor and be proud of. That the DSA elements and the Democrats, socialist, communists are trying to make you forget about. How about starting with Mount Rushmore and visiting the four busts chiseled into the granite of the wall over there? That would be a great place to start, and then continue your journey through rural America and see what's going on. Michael, this is the world's best kept secret. It's the United States of America, and we should know. Millions tried to break in illegally to take advantage of us.
And look at what happened in Spain yesterday, in an enclave of Spain that's next to Morocco, which is just about, I don't know how far it is across the Gibraltar Strait, but it's not far. It's like 8 or 10 miles. You can see one from the other. And, you had 30,000 Moroccans just bum rush the enclave of Spain. And of course, Spain has recently said, they're going to process all the people that come to their country and blah, 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 blah. And you're starting to see now some of the countries that surround Spain, Italy, for one. I noticed because I was just in Italy and I started following Giorgia Meloni, who is the president of Italy. Boy, she's sharp, by the way. And she's a lot like Trump. She's ready to stop this immigration flood. And right before we got to Spain, up to Italy, they had a big push across the country with the state and local police to arrest a lot of folks who were there illegally, and the pickpockets and all of those folks that are causing problems. And we didn't have one issue while we were there. I mean, it was a beautiful time to be there. But in any case, what do you think about that, what happened to Spain?
Well, Giorgio Maloney has stepped up to her credit, and I think she recognizes that she needs to be cooperative with the United States. Spain was not. Remember, it was just a few weeks ago we were taking action against Iran, and Spain refused to let us pass over its airspace, even though we have military bases in Rota and elsewhere, and they were uncooperative with our ability to try to turn the tide in Iran. I don't think Donald Trump has forgotten that. Secretary of War Pete Hegseth is working on a plan now for Donald Trump as it pertains to our presence in Spain. Meanwhile, you said 30,000 people this morning. Don't blink, you miss a chapter. It's now up to 60,000 people who have these illegal migrants coming across the line. I was there. I took a motorcycle tour when Spain seemed to be a friendlier, more welcoming country with a buddy of mine, and we went along the whole Mediterranean coast there, ended up near Rota and the Gibraltar Straits. And boy, I'll tell you, you're right. It's less than 10 miles to pass through that pass there, but 60,000 people. Donald Trump said this morning, if they don't fix it today, they'll have a problem tomorrow that'll threaten their republic in Spain in just a few years. You got to do what America has done and step up and close the border. 8,785,000 people illegally came into this United States of America under the Biden administration for sure. Reports climb to over 20 million. But that's for sure. Under the Trump administration since January, when Trump took office in his second term, about 188,000 people until he could get it clamped down. In the last several months, it's been 0 per month going forward. No, we are doing what the world needs to understand we need to do, saving the republic so that we can have a constitutional republic. I fear more will be trying to bang down our borders because of this Democrat, liberal, left, communist insanity that's invading Europe right now. I fear it'll be a resurgence in the future in America.
Yeah, I heard somebody, or I read on X the other day, somebody was explaining about, every time you say we want to get rid of the people from, Mexico, the South American countries, all these people that have come into the United States, and South Africans, how the hell did they get here, right? They come from South Africa, they fly to countries like Mexico, and they enter our country. And so, everybody calls you a racist when you say you want to get rid of these people. And this guy said, I'm not a racist, I'm a culturist. Their culture does not jive with our culture. Their culture is so different from our culture that we have to get rid of these people because they do not mix well with a first world country. So I'm not a racist, I'm a culturist. I don't want these people to change the complexion of the United States. I want them out of here. And that's why Donald Trump got elected. That's the number one thing that got him elected, because everybody that is in this country that sees what's happening understands it, and they want these people gone. And we want to just live our life as a first world country. We don't want to be drugged down to the third world kind of attitude.
Well, you just came back from a trip in Italy. Did you feel the need to assimilate into an Italian culture since you're in their country, or did you get an attitude that you needed to espouse your American culture over there?
Exactly.
Right? You felt the need to become part of the Italian culture.
And this
what?
I love the Italian culture. Those people are like us in a lot of ways. I mean,
in a lot of ways, yeah.
When you visit them, the food is great. Their hospitality is warm. They are so much like us. You know, we see and we have an Italian culture here in the United States. The food, our food is influenced probably as much by Italy as any other country in the world. Because we have a lot of Italians here in the United States. You look around, you see the names, and you say, I know people with that name in the United States. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I do. Yeah, you know, we're very lucky to have the country we have, and many of the citizens here of second and third generation backgrounds here are spoiled. They've taken advantage and now expect certain things that others have worked hard and died for. The American culture is something to protect and not a guarantee. That means we're going to have to work hard in the future, not only at admonishing this DSA party and protecting the American system, but we better make sure that we have ICE remaining in place, that the borders are nailed shut solid, that an immigration policy is established with Congress. Congress needs to get off their ass and get back to creating an immigration policy. Now, not only the Save America Act, which is before Congress now to vote, that's photo ID and the assumption of citizenship. I'm talking about a constitutional amendment that's now needed because it's in such dire straits. We're in such a serious crisis worldwide. We need a constitutional amendment that clearly defines what an American citizen is so that you can get this proof of identification and honor as an American citizen, and that you're not quibbling in a voting line as to whether you should be or allowed to vote. The whole system needs a fix. Donald Trump has transformed more overnight, and people either don't understand it or despise the fact that he's disrupting their little cabal they were trying to create, which was taking America down from within. It's got to change, Michael. He's on the right path. Once we get through Iran and the Gaza Strip issues that are being worked on today, we need to get him back home working on a geometric, light speed, overnight transformation of certain issues in this nation to protect us from within.
You know, Gene, I was thinking when you were talking about it, how did the United States Senate get so out of touch with the American people? What caused that? Why are they in the position, I guess I could say, that they think that they don't have to do anything, and if they just wait, nobody will have to take a vote. Nobody will be doing anything controversial. I mean, it's sad to watch.
I'd like to have that discussion with you in another episode. I got to run in a minute, but I do want you to know, Michael, it's the education of this nation. Is there no small coincidence the Gen Z crowd doesn't know what the Declaration of Independence is, the Federalist Papers, the Constitution itself? They've never memorized the preamble. They don't know what the Gettysburg Address is. The Bill of Rights, the first 10 amendments to the Constitution. We have amendments because we've morphed over time, and amendments were created to fix the changing things along the way. And what we're experiencing now is one of them. Got to run, brother. Let's continue it.
All right, we will. Gene's got to go. He is. I'm going to turn him down because he's got to go do his thing with one of the TV stations because he's Mr. Big now.
Oh, gee.
Bye.
Best to you, brother. Bye-bye.
Some people watch opportunities pass by. Others create them. This is for the entrepreneurs, the deal makers, the risk takers, and the relentless few who refuse to settle for average. Corporate Menace Coffee Co. is built for early mornings, late nights, and the moments that define careers. Specialty coffee, roasted to order for you, the person with goals too big for excuses. Work harder, think bigger. Corporate Menace Coffee Co. What are you waiting for? Fuel up now. www.corporatemenace.com.